Today's workplace is changing. There are new industries, new kinds of jobs, and new skills required. And beyond skills, there are changing attitudes toward work. This new world of work has been called the information age, and those working in it, knowledge workers. This new information economy is being driven by technological changes, not only here, but around the world. As more and more computers talk to each other over the internet, more work can be done over long distance. In today's economy, we compete with workers from around the world. The question is, are you ready? With worldwide competition for jobs, this is a good time to take a new look at today's workplace to see how you can compete and succeed.
To do highlights.
In today's workplace, employees are more empowered in their jobs. They're given more leeway and independence in how they do their job. They take more responsibility for the results. This calls for a creative, problem-solving mindset. And most importantly, you need a good attitude toward work, a good work ethic.
The reality at work today may be quite different from the reality at work tomorrow. And you need to be able to shift gears quickly, adapt, understand the situation, and make the appropriate responses.
Just about anybody that comes to work for me, whether they're young, old, or whatever their job position is here, there's an awful lot of independent thinking that needs to take place.
Having an initiative at work, they're looking for people that are self-starters, people that know, okay, this is what I need to do to get this job done. Waiting for someone to tell you what to do is kind of detrimental to your position, because they want you to think about, okay, well, this is what the situation is, and these are the things that I need to accomplish to make it happen.
The new workplace needs creative workers with initiative. Ask questions. Ask for new challenges. By being creative, you will grow on the job. You can get more respect, and you can get more money, too. In the new workplace, employees are given the freedom to solve problems and the responsibility to think for themselves. Taking the initiative can be as simple as picking up the trash when no one's watching, or helping out a fellow worker without being told. You might define initiative as the ability to begin a job without prompting or direction from others. When you work without supervision, that means you have to be dependable, trustworthy, and able to think for yourself.
Every employee here really is a member of our marketing department, and they're maybe working without supervision, so it's important in their interactions with the guests that they act like it's their company, and they're the ones who are marketing for our company. And there's not going to be constant supervision. That plays a lot into integrity, what you do when no one's looking.
There's going to be a lot of times where we assign a class of students to an instructor, and that instructor's with them for the day, and there's nobody else there. There's no boss overseeing them. There's no supervisor watching or trainer watching to make sure they do everything right. They need to have that. They need to come to the table with those skills already.
If I'm hiring, say, a younger person for a delivery position, I want them, these are people that are going to be delivering furniture into a customer's home, okay? They are the last person that the customer sees representing my company. So if they are missing a piece of furniture, or if there's a problem with a piece of furniture, I want them to see what they can do to solve that problem before getting somebody higher up involved. Every single person that works for me is a problem solver. And I say that because when a customer comes into my store or our store, they have a specific problem in mind. And quite often, they can't explain what their problem is. My salespeople, the people that are upfront with the customer right off the bat, it's their job to figure out what the problem is.
In today's workplace, your personal attitude is more important than ever before, and there are other ways you can position yourself in a competitive work environment. Another way to cope with this fast-changing world is to be fast-changing yourself by upgrading your skills. In today's global marketplace, this isn't an option, it is a necessity.
If I were advising people who were threatened by India, China, other parts of the world, I would say use this as an opportunity to upgrade your skill set, your competence, what you excel at. Don't use it as an opportunity to sit back and use your energy and resources to fight a tide that is already taking place. So for me, it gives us tremendous opportunities to upgrade our educational system, to upgrade our knowledge, to upgrade what we know, to upgrade how we do it.
Don't worry about what's going on in Mexico. Don't worry about what's going on in India. Start with where you are. Start with what it's going to take to make you successful where you are.
If you're asked to volunteer to take a new job responsibility, many people will hesitate and not volunteer to participate. I disagree. I think every opportunity to learn a new skill, to participate in something new, I think that is what energizes you and keeps you fresh.
One of the exciting things about my job is that I'm constantly learning, not only from my peers and books that I read to improve the information I give out to my clients, but I learn from people. And that's the most important part of this job is so I'm learning daily from the experience that I get with my customers and my peers.
Learning new ways of doing things not only keeps you engaged in your work, but gives you new ways to grow. Be curious, discover your skills, and be engaged in lifelong learning. Here are some ways to involve yourself with lifelong learning. Accept new assignments. Network. Get to know other people and departments. Ask questions. Learn new skills. Do something extra. Go above and beyond the call of duty.
1, 2, 3.
If you make an effort in any or all of these areas, you will be noticed, complimented, promoted, and rewarded. You'll earn respect as you increase your opportunities for an ever-changing and ever-expanding career. One of the great things about our new economy is that it requires people skills. Skills that can't be replaced by machines. So look around, starting with your own neighborhood, for small businesses that hire locally.
The small business community provides statistically anywhere from 60 to 80% of new jobs in our country, in our cities, in our communities. It's us, the small businesses. We look right here in our neighborhoods first. We go to job counselors. We go to employment agencies. That's where we look for people for our businesses. But the bulk of employment opportunities are going to be made available right there in your community for you to get started. And if you're going to compete on a worldwide basis, it's still going to be the same tools. A good work ethic, ability to get along with your coworkers, developing the skills to, on a mundane job, to know what you're doing, to be motivated to be successful. All those factors still play in, no matter where you go.
Local businesses like to hire from the neighborhood as a way of staying close to the community. You can even use your own cultural and ethnic identity to plug into the local economy.
When you have a business, one of the assets that you want to develop is customer loyalty. Customers that come back to you again and again because they know you and they are loyal to you. Well, in the case of ethnic diversity, loyalty comes with that ethnic affinity. That customer loyalty can be very powerful. Once again, we all see restaurants that reflect the ethnicity of the owners. This kind of customer loyalty can be a very legitimate option.
In using the local community as your base, you will see potential all around you. And one of the most exciting options of all in today's workplace is starting your own business. There are many ways to be involved with your work in today's workplace, but perhaps the deepest commitment to work and to guiding your own destiny is starting your own business by becoming an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is simply someone who starts and operates a business and who accepts the risks and the rewards.
You're not just going into working a job, because jobs come and go. As an entrepreneur, you'll never find yourself as being unemployed. You're always self-employed because you create your own wealth.
Entrepreneurs I know who are very successful say, what makes me tick is creating something from nothing. What makes me tick is being the driver rather than the passenger. What makes me tick is having an impact on the world. They are motivated by things that they feel working for an institution or somebody else is not going to do for them.
Not everyone has the personality to be an entrepreneur. The reason for that is entrepreneurs are going to have to work tirelessly over and above any job description. They are also going to have to take risks. They're not going to have the guarantee that comes with many other types of jobs. So why would they do it?
There are a lot of good reasons to be an entrepreneur. You have the independence to run your own business, and you have the flexibility to set your own hours and duties. You have the creative rewards that come with building your own company, and the potential financial rewards that come from being the principal owner.
I felt that I could do a better job on my own. But the only way I would know is if I got out there and gave it a shot. And that's what I did.
You're responsible.
And I feel very good about what I've done as an employer.
That we're cleaning the area as we go along.
And if you think you can do something better, then you could go ahead and try to do something better. That's what being an entrepreneur is about.
If you have the attitude and drive to be an entrepreneur, you will find it is a great way to succeed in today's workplace. You can start out when you're very young or when you're older. In today's workplace, it makes a lot of sense whenever you try. No matter what your business, it's important to remember we live in a multicultural world. And to take advantage of this global marketplace, you need to have a global perspective.
In this day and age, both fellow employees and customers are from all over the world, and it's important to be able to be sensitive to how you treat them. A lot of different cultures are used to different ways of engaging with instructors or other employees. So for example, if you have a customer from Japan, they're not typically into touching or getting into each other's personal space right off the bat, so you need to be careful of approaching them too quickly. Whereas if you have somebody from Australia or New Zealand, they're pretty jolly and you can joke around with them right away. In fact, they might expect you to. So there's some right there, two big differences in a different part of the world.
We talk about respect and respecting the customer. Nothing sends a signal of respect more than being able to reply or to be able to provide help and kindness or courtesy to a person in their native language. You will immediately create a bond of friendship and courtesy if you are to use even just the slightest amount of foreign language capability when dealing in a customer service situation.
I think being part of an interdependent global community is a huge opportunity. The reason is we are a multicultural society. We have embraced different cultures over the past couple of centuries. We do know about different customs and ways of seeing the world. What we need more than ever, though, is exposure to other cultures and communities. And I think if I had to give one piece of advice to young people today is take the opportunity and travel. Go and see other places. Go and experience other languages. Go and experience different cultures, different foods, different lifestyles, different ways of living. Be curious, be open. Try to learn about why do they do things this way, not the fact that, oh, this is not the way I've done it, so this must not be good.
Here are some ways you can plug into the global economy. Travel, learn a second language, explore other cultures, and study the world around you. By exploring other people's cultures and language, we open up our eyes to the world around us. At the same time, we open up great opportunities for our working careers. The more we learn about our customers and the less we depend on stereotypes, the more successful we can be.
Particularly in retail, you can't be successful and start making assumptions about a person, whether it's cultural sensitivity or they're wearing their grungy sweatpants. You can't assume that they aren't the $1 million customer that just got out in their sweatpants for that day. So I think that's, again, where that relationship comes in, asking some questions, getting to know the customer, being open to who they are, what they're looking for, whether that's a cultural difference, whether it's, a different look, whether they're young, whether they're old. A lot of stores don't want youth in the store, as an example. They, these young hooligans, but hey, man, you guys got credit cards, you're out there shopping, so I want to build a relationship with you when you come into Oakley. Just as much as I want to, the $1 million guy that walks in right next to you, or the guy from China, or whatever that is. Building those relationships, I think, is key.
This is an inhaler.
Today's workplace offers unique opportunities to those willing to make the effort. So let's take a look at the future of work and how you'll fit into it.
Take a nice deep
The workplace of the future confronts us with increasing challenges, but it can also lead us to opportunity and to personal growth. Your attitude as a worker will be increasingly important for your chances of success. Beyond skills, the attitude you bring to work will enable you to grow and to prosper. The future workplace will challenge you to change the way you look at work. To succeed in this future world, you will need to develop new attitudes. You'll need to be people-oriented, develop your initiative, and your ability for creative thinking. What does this mean for future skills? It means you must develop customer service skills, cultural awareness, and continuous lifelong learning. Above all, you must bring to your job a good attitude, a good work ethic, where you bring your initiative, confidence, and creativity to your job every day. Be open, flexible, and constantly learning. Commit to your basic job duties and then expand your areas of expertise. This new, wide-open work environment can be a wonderful opportunity to those who are inspired enough to take advantage of it.
I view this in a historical context, and I said this is another period of history when we have global challenges that we have to address. The real acid test is, how do we address them? Do we address them by complaining about it, or do we address them by doing something about it that improves our own capabilities and our ability to compete in the international marketplace?
Start with where you are. Start with what it's going to take to make you successful where you are. You have talent, you have skills, you have a right not to be satisfied with the way things are, but you have a responsibility to step forward and take the opportunity to make the change.
There's an awful lot of independent thinking that needs to take place.
They're looking for people that are self-starters, having an initiative at work.
Use this as an opportunity to upgrade what we know, to upgrade how we do it.
Motivated workers control their own work life and create a sense of empowerment. Bring your own ideas, energy, and sense of purpose to your job, and the external rewards will follow. Find ways to do things that are fun, fulfilling, and profitable at the same time. You can be a potent force in the economy and have a personal stake in your own career. Start today in the new workplace. The future is now.